is Eric, and I'm doing another one of my photography vlogs called One Body, One Lens, One Roll, One Day. As you can tell, it is actually very cold out here. It is low teens, like 13, 14 degrees out. So when you do your excursions and stuff like that, make sure you dress appropriately. I got my gloves and stuff. So again, this is my vlog called One Body, One Lens, One Roll, One Day, where I grab a camera, grab a lens, grab a roll of film, and go out and shoot something. I am at a park in Richfield, Ohio. It's kind of in the heart of the town. I think it's called Richfield Park, but I could be Richfield Center Park or something like that. And kind of a cool place. I see playgrounds, I see soccer nets or lacrosse nets, I see a pond that's a catch and release. I see there's baseball fields, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Nice community type area, kind of neat to shoot. Kind of a monochromatic kind of a day. It is an overcast day. So not sure what I'm gonna get, but today's camera is my friend Angelo's Mamiya C220. It is a twin lens camera. I shot this when I shot that 80-year-old film. Really kind of a cool camera. This is one of the few that you can change the lenses with. I shot that old film with the standard 80mm lens. Today I've got on the 55mm f4.5. So this is more of a wide angle, and let's see, in 35mm equivalent, you're about 60%, so maybe about a 28-ish, around that range, 28, 30, 30, range. So nice wide angle, so I should get some nice wide angle stuff. Today's film, I have not had good luck shooting slide film for this project. This stuff's been old. It's been cross-processed. It's been, just bad luck. Very underexposed type stuff. One or two episodes previous, I think I got an okay one. But I don't shoot slides that much, so I'm kind of learning slide stuff. So I've got a roll of Kodak E100 slide film, and this is only about 2 years out of date. So I'm going to shoot this straight up normal. No overexposure, underexposure adjustment. I'm just going to rate it for 100. Now the catch is this camera does not have a meter, so I'm going to be using the sunny 16 roll. Now it's not a sunny day, but it's probably about 3 stops below that. So at f16, I'd be shooting about 100th of a second. This has a 125th of a second, so I'm probably going to lock it in at about f8 at a 125th of a second. That should get me right about where I need to be, or at least close enough that I get some nice scans. So give me a minute or two. Again, it's kind of cold out here, so it might take me a minute to load this thing up. So give me a minute, I'll be right back. Okay, so she's all loaded up. I'm kind of preset for f8 at 125th of a second. It's a very nice even lighting, so no matter which way I point it, I should be getting about the same exposure. Now, again, this one does have interchangeable lenses. A couple of the other Mamiyas do. This is the 220, but the 330, the C3 or C33, and the C22 all have interchangeable lenses. All use the same lens mount, just Mamiya twin lens. And I've got my focus right here and my winder right here. Now this is a roll, this camera does 6x6, so with a roll of 120 on 6x6 square gets you about 12 shots. So I'm not going to be getting my 24, 36 as some of the other stuff. This is going to be about a 12 shot one. All right, let me go grab some shots. I'll be right back. So this camera, like every other twin lens camera, is you're looking through the top lens, you're shooting through the second lens, but you're looking through the top lens. As you pan left, it looks like you're panning right. So it's kind of an inverted image because you're looking through a little mirror to get your framing up. So when you shoot twin lens cameras, just beware that the first couple times you're turning one way and it looks like you're turning the other way. It can be a little disorienting. The other thing you'd have to watch out for with twin lens cameras, especially if you're trying to get like macro type stuff, which I'm probably not going to be doing today, but since you're looking through this lens versus shooting through this lens, you would have to kind of as you frame it, but then you'd have to lift the camera so you're actually looking over, or try to give yourself plenty of extra headroom, so that way, because of the distance between the two lenses, you might be cropping off something important that you want. So when you're doing macro stuff, that can be a little bit tricky. Now, Mamiya did have a parallax correction piece that you could get, and basically, as you would frame it up with your top lens, you'd crank it, and it would lift the camera up the exact distance that it needed to be framed correctly. I'm not doing any of that today. I don't have the piece. So I'm not doing any macro today. But cool things about twin lens cameras. Let me get a couple more shots. Be right back. Now, the process of shooting this twin lens camera is a little unique, because you've got to wind to the next shot, cock the shutter, and then you release the shutter. The catch is, if you're not careful, your thumb here can get in the way of the spring of the shutter release. So just make sure your finger's not in the way. All right, I'm on shot 8 of about shot 12. Let me see what else I can get. Okay, so I took my last shot, and with this one, kind of different than 35 millimeter, because you load from the bottom, then it goes up on a secondary spool. So you keep winding it till you kind of feel it. I can't say let go, but it does let go from the original spindle. All right, so I'm going to stop about there. Close up the top here. Alrighty. And again, we were in I think Richfield Center Park, or at least a park in the middle of Richfield, Ohio. Obviously, it's a very cold, teens degrees, as like 13, 14 degrees out. Very slight breeze. Wind chill's probably taking it down to like 8. Today's camera was a Mamiya C220 twin lens camera with a 55 millimeter 4.5. Today's film, and again, I hadn't had much luck so far shooting slides for this project. A couple times, maybe I think I got one good roll out of it so far, but expired stuff, heat damaged, one roll cross-processed. Just have not had great luck with slides. So here's another roll of slides, but this one's in date, at least within 2 years, so no major exposure correction. However, this camera does not have a meter, so I kind of had to play the sunny 16 roll, but it's not a sunny day, so I kind of mathematically figured it out in my head, f8 at about 1/25th, and I just shot the whole thing at that, because it's very nice even lighting. I'm not dealing with shadows, I'm not dealing with bright spots and stuff like that. All right, photos will be posted at the end. Hopefully I got some decent results. Again, slide film. Feel free to give them a thumbs up if you like them. Feel free to comment on your experience with twin lens cameras, or the Mamiya series of twin lens cameras, or which lens you prefer. There's 5 or 6 lenses for this system. Feel free, or tell me what camera you have twin lens wise, or even medium format, or any other 35 millimeter. If I've got it in my collection, or if I say, hey, that's a cool camera, maybe I'll go out and find one. Feel free to subscribe. New episodes come out about every Friday, Saturday, with some bonus episodes every now and then. I did one on Mansfield Reformatory, and I did one on 80-year-old film with this particular camera that went out early November, so check the date on that one. That was a really cool episode. I didn't know if that was going to come out or not. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next episode. Hopefully it's warmer.